we doing? Just a quick live today. Hello? Hello? If you're online, just let me know you are online and let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching, just let me know where you're watching from in the comment section. Hello everyone, my name is Mercy Mary and I am a registered nurse midwife. Now I have the opportunity. I'm just trying to check something out. No. Hello everyone and welcome to Nurses Lecture Room. I hope you all can hear me. If you can hear me, just drop on the comment section that you can hear me and let me know where you are watching from. So we have Anna Samuel Achube. How are you doing? Trust you're doing great. It's a beautiful afternoon over here. And how is it over there? Hello Samuel, how are you doing? Trust you're doing great. So I have decided to create a little bit of time this afternoon to come live and take questions before my baby wakes up. Yes. So we have Georgina Umaru. Georgina, how are you doing? And trust you are doing great. It's a beautiful afternoon over here. I am here to take your questions as nurses lecturer. For those that are coming across my life for the first time, my name is Mercy Mary. I am a registered nurse midwife in Nigeria, but I'm currently practicing in the UK as a registered nurse, and I am here to take all your questions as much as I can and as much as they can. So for those that notice over time, especially for my followers, you will notice that there's a change in my videos in the sense that recently my videos don't usually come with my face on it. So it's more or less like a voiceover explaining your questions and providing answers to your questions. You hardly see my face. So now the only time you can see my face frequently is on my live video. So that is why I am here today to take as much questions as I can. So we have Samuel. Samuel said, I can hear you clean and clear. I'm watching you live from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you, Samuel, for joining the live. It's wonderful having you on the live. So feel free to ask any question in the comment section if you have any. So we have Joseph Oleye. Oleye said hello. Said hi. Yeah. Joseph Oleye, how are you doing? We have Oramulu Mary. That looks Edo-like. That looks like Edo-like. I don't know if that person is from Edo or Esan, or if I'm pronouncing it well or wrongly. Hello Mary, how are you doing? My name is also Mary and it's nice having you on our live today. If you're watching, just drop on the comment section and let me know where you are watching from. For those that don't know what Nurses Lecture Room is all about, a Nurses Lecture Room, we basically talk about your health. We provide answers to your questions in regards to health, especially those questions that you are scared and you are shy to ask your doctors, your GP. So we provide like a general educational information about it, but it's not more or less like a person. It's not a personalized advice. Is more or less like a general advice in regards to those questions that you are likely going to ask your GP or you're going to be asking your doctors. So that's what we basically do. And for those that are coming up that are watching the live, if you are not following us, all you have to do is to click on the subscribe button, like, and also let people know about what we do. We talk about sex, we talk about reproductive health, we talk about fertility on our YouTube channel. Hello, Georgina Umaru. Good to see you after a long time. Nice. It's nice to see you, Georgina, on the live video. Yeah, I know my face have not been popping up recently, and that is why I decided to, okay, whenever I have that opportunity, I am going to pop live, and so people see that, oh, Nurse Miss Mary is still in existence. Nurse Miss Mary has not gone out of extinction. Nurse Miss Mary has not gone into extinction. So that's that. Georgina Maru, good to see you after a long time. So Joseph Olaleye said, Oyo State. Oh, you're from Oyo State, Joseph. It's nice to have you on our live today. What would you like us to discuss on today's live? What would you like us to talk about? What would you like us to discuss on our live videos today? Just let me know on the comment section. If you have any questions bothering you in regards to your health, in regards to your general well-being, in regards to your sexual health, in regards to your reproductive health, just drop on the comment section. If you are a lady having issues with your cycles, you have questions in regards to your cycles, your fertility, trying to conceive, you need advice in regards to that, just drop on the comment section. If you are a man also battling with fertility issues, or you have some questions that you feel you need answers to, just drop on the comment sections. I will be willing to provide these answers to you on the comment section. So why that is going on, let me think of something to discuss why that is going on. So I uploaded a video recently about ladies knowing their ovulation. I think I uploaded that video yesterday talking about the various signs of ovulation in ladies. Yes, the various signs of ovulation in ladies. And as a lady, knowing your ovulation actually give you an edge over a lot of things. If you are trying to conceive, if you are trying to avoid a baby, you don't want to conceive. So having an ideal of your cycle, having an ideal about when you are ovulating actually places you on the edge of taking control over your body and avoiding pregnancy, and also puts you on the edge when trying to conceive. Because when you know your cycle, it's much easier to have sexual intercourse, and actually give birth to a baby. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So we have Nasi Bawo. Nasi, how are you doing? And trust you are doing great. It's a beautiful afternoon over here. Hello, Nasi, how are you doing? What would you like us to talk about, preferably? What would you like us to talk about for those that are watching? What would you like us to talk about? What is your questions? What are your questions, please? No. It's already too late. No. That song is resonating. It's ringing in my head. No. For those that are telling me, you're a nursing mother, you're busy, just stay away from social media. I think, how do you cope? So it's already too late for me to turn back the hands of time and like, I'm not doing nurses lecture room again. Oh, I'm stressed that I'm not going to do nurses lecture room. No, it's no. You're going to be seeing more of my faces on live videos. You're going to be seeing more of my faces here on nurses lecture room. Please, if you're watching, just click on the like button and also drop on the comment section and let me know where you are watching us from. We have Habuma Global. I think Global dropped a question but deleted it, so I was not quick enough to read through the questions. So let me check something. Let me see if I can go live with my computer on the Facebook. So Hamuna Global said, men's sexual life from 40 years. Men's sexual life from 40 years. Generally, as a man age, definitely his sexual life is likely going to decrease. But for a man, I think it's much more better than women, because as a woman age too, their sexual life, there's a decline as they age. the way the man have sex frequently, the way their sexual urge are high when they are younger, is going to reduce as they clock 30, as they go to 40, as they go to 50. Even in terms of the sperm quality they produce as they go to 40 years, it also decreases. Your sperm quality is more or less higher when you are younger. Same with women, the egg quality is more or less higher when they are younger, when they are still active, when they are in their 20s, in their early 30s. It's the quality of sperm, the quality of egg, like they are more of a high quality. But as they age, the quality tends to decrease over time. So it's advisable generally, if you are young, you should try as much as possible to explore when it comes to sex, when it comes to giving birth. Just try different things, explore different things when you are young, because as you tend to grow old, these things tends to decline over time. So it's very important for you to explore with your partner and see how it goes. So I don't know if I'm able to answer your questions, Aboma Global. So we have a question from Nasi. Nasi's ma said, yes, ma, I have been trying to conceive since November, but up till now, I am not yet conceived. That is from November. First of all, Nancy, how old are you? That's the first question. How old are you? Sorry, just... So Nancy, you're going to tell us how old are you? Do you have kids before? So let's know if it's a primary infertility or a secondary infertility. And the other question I would like to ask you is your cycle regular or irregular? Because that gives us a clue. Okay, if we are going to calculate your cycle to know your ovulation date and let you know when to have sex and also when to avoid sex. Last is, you don't even need to avoid sex, when to have sex frequently in order to get pregnant. So when it comes to fertility and trying to conceive, the age we also take into consideration. How old are you? Are you in your late 30s? Are you in your early 20s? Are you in your early 30s? That goes a long way to also help. Then also, do you have a regular cycle? So I'm trying to listen to my baby. Okay, no. Do you have a regular cycle? That also plays a role when it comes to trying to conceive. So Nancy said, I have been taking Depo, but I stopped taking it since November. Okay, Depo is a type of family planning method. So different, okay, you're 22 years old. I am 20. Do you have kids before? Have you had kids before, or this is the first time you're trying to conceive? So like you said, you have been on the family planning method before. And when it comes to family planning method, some people, when they stop a particular family planning method, they give birth the first month they try. Why to some people, even if they stop, even if they stop the family planning method, it might take longer than expected to actually conceive. That's what I have noticed over time, because I've gotten questions in regards to this. So some people, when they are trying to conceive, they take the Depo, or they stop the family planning method. Immediately they stop that family planning method, immediately they take in. Why to some people it takes time before they take in. So what I would advise you to do is to stay healthy, eat healthy, and still give yourself some time. That's, you've been trying for like November, December, January, February, March, April, May, for like 6 months. You are still young. That is good. So the other question is, do you have a regular cycle? So if you have a regular cycle, I would advise you to track and know your ovulation day. From your ovulation day, that cannot direct you. From your ovulation day, that cannot direct you on when to make sure you have sex on that particular period. Because if as a woman, you are having sex regularly, but around your ovulation window, around your fertile window, you are not having sexual intercourse during that particular period, the chances of getting pregnant is 0%. That's just a fact. So you have to work towards having sex during your fertile window so that you can conceive. Because if you don't have sex during your fertile window, it's going to be difficult getting pregnant. So Nancy, I don't know if I've been able to answer your question. Do you know your cycle? Do you know your ovulation date? Have you tried having sex on your ovulation day? So these are questions we also need to find out. So we have Joanne Camel. Joanne Camel said, say hi. Hi, Joanne. How are you doing? It's a beautiful afternoon. It's nice having you on our live today. Feel free to drop your questions. That is why this Miss Mary is here. Okay, Nancy said, I see my period every month. My period is regular. That's a good sign. So what I would advise you to do is to keep trying. Since you see your period every month, calculate your cycle. How many days cycle do you have? Then also from that cycle, subtract 14 days from it. When you subtract 14 days from it, that is going to give you your ovulation day. That is the day your body releases egg. Because it is much easier to track your ovulation days when you have a regular cycle. So I don't know if you've done that before. Okay, K Cash said, can you please give us a brief on how to check the ovulation of a lady? First of all, there are different ways to check the ovulation of a lady. Let me just give you the signs of ovulation, then I'll see if I can get a paper and a marker. Just give me some time. I'll just quickly check for a paper and a marker. Just give me some time. So I'm just going to get a paper so that I'm able to draft out something that looks like a calendar. So personally, I don't have a calendar in this house. These days, we hardly keep calendars in the house, because of the phones are not calendar, so we hardly take into considerations calendar. So I'm going to make a calendar here. From this calendar, I am going to teach you how to calculate your cycle. Okay, so I'm going to make two calendars. Let's just say 30 days in that calendar. I'm doing the calendar now. Just wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm making the calendar for the cycle. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so I'm going to assume this. I don't know if there's a way. Oh my god, because I'm using a front camera, it might be difficult. Okay, sorry, because I'm using a front camera, it might be difficult here. I'm using a front camera, so but let me just see what I can do. I'll come in. I'm just going to see what I can do. If I was using a back camera, 18. So I'm trying to make a calendar. If I had a calendar in the house, it would have been much easier to sort this out. 27, 28, 29. Then I'm doing the last day. Mary watching from Akwa Ibom State. Mary, is nice having you here. Xavier, nice having you here. 17. I'm just going to 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31st. So I don't know if there's a way I can show the calendar I made. I'm using a front camera. So I don't know if it's possible for you to understand with this, though the numbers are not straight. Oh God, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I position this? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Okay. All right. I think it's going to be difficult because I'm using a front camera and not a back camera. So that's where the difficulty is going to come from now. But what I want to say is that, for example, this is the calendar. I'm just going to see how much I can do it so you understand. For example, this is Okay, she said she can see it. That's a good one. For example, let me just bring this mic down. I'm just going to bring the mic down a bit. Hopefully you can hear me. So the question is for K-Cash. K-Cash said we should tell her how to calculate her cycle. So I'm just trying to work out something that is going to help you calculate your cycle. So the first thing you have to do when it comes to calculating your cycle is to know 3 days measures. Sorry, 3 times measures. For example, now we are in the month of May. So to know your cycle, you need to know, okay, which day? January, February, March, April, May. So April, March, February, March, April, May. March, April, and May. So let me just write it. Just give me some time. I'm just trying to form my calendar. March, April, and May. So I'm going to answer all the questions. Just give me some time to sort this out. So for example, this is your calendar. See, you cannot see this my calendar properly because it's upside down. I'm using a front camera, so you can't see it. So this is the month of March. Let's assume this is the month of March. This is the month of April, and this is the month of May. So to calculate your cycle, you need to know the actual date your menses started. For example, in March, your menses started on the 5th. This is 5th. In March, your menses started on the 5th. You go to your calendar and cycle that 5th that your menses started. So if in March your menses started on the 5th, I'm going to go to my calendar and cycle on the 5th. My menses started on this day. You don't need the other days. You don't need the days that it ended. You just need the day that menses started in that particular month. The day that menses started in that particular month. So if in the month of March, your menses started on the 5th, you cycle on the 5th. Let's now go to April now. You now say, oh, in the month of April, my menses did not come on the 5th. It can come on the 5th too. What if in the month of April, my menses did not come on the 5th? It came on the, let's say it came on the 7th. You go there and cycle 7th. So it doesn't really mean that, okay, for your cycle to be regular, you see your menses on the 5th this month, next month you are going to see it on the 5th. That's not to know how your cycle is regular. Just cycle it on the March, on the month of March, your menses started on the 5th. Go to that calendar, do your own calendar, or if you have calendar in the house, go to your calendar in the house. Cycle the month of March, the 5th that menses started, you cycle it. Then in the month of April, which day did your menses start? Then you go to the month of April and cycle it. Now you are in the month of May. Which day did that menses start? You go to the month of May. Let's just say your menses started, it started on the 9th. So you're going to cycle it now. You can see what I did here. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. You can see what I did now. In the month of March, your menses started on the 5th. In the month of April, your menses started on the 7th. In the month of May, your menses started on the 9th. You get? But some people will tell you, oh, my cycle is not regular because it is like this. It's supposed to be 5th, 5th, 5th every month. That's not it. It's not compulsory that it should be 5th, 5th or 6th, 6th, 6th every month. So how do you now know your cycle from this calendar now? So first of all, for those that are here, that's the major reason why they joined our video is to know the cycle. Get a calendar and cycle this thing down. So when you are done cycling it, the next thing is to count. You count how many days. Now this 5th of April, this 5th of March, I mean, becomes your day 1. The 5th of March become your day 1. So you calculate 1. Let's calculate now from this 5th of March to this 7th. You calculate how many days to this 6th. 6 is 7th. You stop here a day before the next menses. That's where you stop because that gives you a full cycle. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. If you can hear me, let me know. And if you understand, let me know on the comment section so I don't end up talking and most people don't understand what I'm saying. I have a lot of questions, but I'm going to answer them one at a time. So if this is 5th now. So this 5th, that was where your menses started on in the month of March. And in the month of April, your menses started on the 7th. So to know your cycle now, count how many days now from this on the 5th to this 7th to this 6th, a day before the next measures. Don't count this measures. The day the measures started in April, a day before it, that's where you stop. So from on the 5th now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. In this cycle, this one is long, it's 33. Remember, we are working on assumption. So the first one is 33 days. You write 33 days. Are you getting it now? Then from April to May, you start again. When did this month of April start? It started on the 7th. You get from on the 7th to this 8th here, you calculate the days. I wish I had someone to hold the camera for me, like I'll do it so that you see the calendar properly. Okay, sorry, Keka said it's 32 days. Probably I didn't count properly. But let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Yes, thank you very much. 32 days. So we have 32 days between the month of March and April. So to get an accurate now, you need at least 2 cycles to know if it's regular at least. So we are not going to calculate now from April to May. Yeah, it was a mistake. I removed the 7th. So you're not going to calculate from April to May. Remember, don't calculate this 9 that's here. You stop a day before. A day before. But you start here and stop a day before your next measures. So we are going to calculate now from this 7th to this 8th here. So I'm going to calculate it now. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to calculate this way. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So the first one, we had 32 days, and the second one, we have 31 days. So you can see from this, we have 32 days when we calculated between March and April. Between April and May, we had 31 days. To not get the average of your cycle, you now say 32 plus 31 divided by 2. To get the average cycle, 32 plus 31. 32 plus 31 divided by 2. So it's going to be like 63. So 63 divided by, 63 divided by 2, you get 2 for 6, that's 3, 2, like 32. So you're having an average of 32 days cycle from what we counted here. So that is your cycle. So when you now know your cycle, how many days interval between each period, you now subtract 14 from it. Subtract 14 from it. So from 32 days, for those that have 32 days cycle now, it's not going to be 32 minus 14. Do the calculation and drop in the comment section. 32 minus 14. Do the calculation and drop in the comment section. So we have 12. That should be 18. 32 minus 14 is 18. So your ovulation day should be day 18 of your cycle. Day 18 of your cycle, around that area, should be your ovulation day. And if you are trying to conceive, 4 to 5 days before day 18 is usually a fertile day. Thank you, K Cash. So 4 to 5 days between your day 18 now is usually fertile. Wow, because the sperm can stay in your body for up to 5 days. The sperm can stay in your body to up to 5 days. So 4 to 5 days before your ovulation is fertile. You can get pregnant if you have sex 4 to 5 days before your ovulation. So that is how this ovulation cycle works. So I hope I've been able to make it clear on how to calculate your cycle. So Kate Cash and Xavier, thank you very much. I can see it. Amaka Mercy, thank you very much. And I hope you've been able to calculate your cycle. So the first and most important thing, if you have not been keeping track, the first and most important thing to do is to actually know the date, the day your cycle started. That day one, it started every month. Cycle it in your calendar. So when I was in secondary school, we usually have this always ultra. They usually come to schools to teach about cycles and tell you to use always ultra. So they were the one that actually taught me the basis of knowing how to calculate my cycle. Until I became a nurse, a midwife, I got a better understanding why it is very important for you as a woman to know your cycle. And these days, we also have some flow kits, some apps, some websites that teaches women how to know their cycle and also know their ovulation. So with that, they're able to give you an estimate. They're just estimating. The apps is estimating, whoa, there's a likelihood you are going to get pregnant at this particular time. So what this app actually does is that they give you an estimate based on the information you have provided for them. They give you an estimate based on the information you have given them. So as a lady, just have a calendar. I know these days we have the phone calendar, but you can get a paper calendar, put it on your wall, mark these days, and that increases your chances of getting pregnant. And for those that want to actually give birth to a baby boy, having a sex, from research, a little bit of research backing it up, having sex on the day of your ovulation increases the likelihood of getting pregnant and giving birth to a baby boy. Because the male sperm, they are very fast. The male sperm, the sperm that actually gives birth to male, the boys, they are they run very fast, but they die quickly. You know, men are, they do, but after a time, that's why men, they die on time. You understand? The male sperm are very fast, and if you're having sex on your ovulation day, kind of increases the chances that, oh, it's probably going to be a boy, it's probably going to be a girl. So that gives you an insight. So for those that are trying to conceive and give birth to a baby girl, what I advise them is that if you know your ovulation date is in 4 days time, you know your cycle is regular, you have been following it, it's been working well. So if you know your ovulation days is in 4 days time, the best thing is to have sex like 5 days or 4 days before your ovulation date, not on your ovulation day. Because you see those male sperm, they are very they are very fast. They can get to the egg and give you a male child, especially those that are planning to have a male child. So that is that when it comes to that particular question. I hope okay, Mercy said understood. K Cash, thank you so much, you're welcome. Xavier, I guess you're following and you understood now. Amaka, thank you very much for joining. So I have other questions I need to answer. So I've answered K Cash questions. So we have Joanne Kaman. What is the cause or your advice when having problems with pH balance or levels? So when it comes to pH balance, are you talking about the pH of the vagina? Because when the pH of the vagina is imbalanced, it can increase your chances of having thrush, that's fungal infection. It can also increase your chances of going down with bacterial vaginosis. Yes, so that is why having a balanced pH is actually very important as a lady. And one of the things that I would say you should take, some of the things, not just one, some of the things I would say you should take into consideration that's going to help you balance your vaginal pH is, number one, it's actually leaving your vagina. Don't put anything inside the vagina. I keep saying it every day because, okay, I have never said this in my live video. I've never talked about this in my live video, but I think it has happened to me growing up. I was ignorant about my vaginal health. So whenever I wash, like I use all the soap and everything. And I battled for severe itching. Regularly, I will go. The doctors were not explaining to me what I need to do. They keep giving me this thrush medications every time. I was having this itching every time. See, I understood the concept in school as a nurse and as a midwife. And I knew that there was no reason why I could be using soap or any pH or vaginal wash on the vagina. The vaginal itself, it's self-cleansing. I keep saying it. Forget what people are saying on the social media. It's self-cleansing. If you've been using soap, you've been using all those wash in your vagina, give it some time. I'm not saying you should. Just give yourself some time. Stay away from those soap. Stay away from those wash. Just be using warm water. Don't put any harsh soap there, all in the name you're trying to make it clean, all in the name that you're trying to make it sparkling. No. Just leave it there every day. Just be using warm water to wash. You don't need to doubt. You don't need to put your hands into your vagina to make it clean. That is what I keep telling ladies. You don't need to put your hands in the vagina to make it clean. It is self-cleansing. It cleanses itself by itself. Forget what you see on social media. Forget what people are saying about it. The more you do those things, the more you alter the pH of the vagina. So leave it alone. No scented soap, no washing, no douching. Just leave the vagina the way it is. And before you leave it the way it is, if you know you're having thrush or you're having any infection, get it treated. Get some antifungal medications. It could be clotrimazole. These fungal medications, get it treated. If it is bacterial vaginosis, your doctors are going to prescribe some antibiotics for you to help you treat bacterial vaginosis. And that is going to help a lot. Altering the vaginal pH is not ideal. It's not advisable you alter your vaginal pH as a lady. It's not in any way advisable. So that is that. I hope I've been able to answer your questions, Joanne. So, Joanne, I hope I've been able to answer your question. Then, so we have another question said, question, what causes menstruation not flowing well before 2 days it will stop? So, when it comes to menses, the duration for normal menses is 2 to 7 days. So, if you have your menses coming up for 2 days, it is normal. Like your menses flow for just 2 days, it is normal. The duration for menses is 2 to 7 days. If it's more than 7 days, there is a problem and you should see a doctor. If it is less than 2 days, there is a problem and you should see a doctor. But if it is flowing for 2 days and you see it for 2 days, then there's no problem and there should be nothing of concern. But if you are doubting it, if you notice that, oh, I was seeing my menses 7 days before, but now it just drastically dropped to 1 day, drastically dropped to 2 days, and you're having some other symptoms, pains and everything, I would advise you see the doctor as soon as possible. Like I will always tell you on my channel, it is better for you to see the doctor and they tell you that everything is fine than for you to assume everything is fine and actually something is wrong. Okay? So if you've been watching so far, you've been sticking with us for the past 37 minutes and you've not clicked on the like button, kindly do so. All you just have to do is to double tap on your screen and automatically the video is liked. All you just have to do, like Ella said, is to double tap on your screen and the video is liked. So I'm going to go to the next questions. Joanne said, thank you very much. Yes, you did it. Okay, that's good. Thank you, Joanne. I'm going to take the next question. It says, Nurse Mercy, good afternoon. I noticed my ovulation came earlier because I noticed more cramping and cervical discharge than when my cycle calendar is same. So though our cycle most times is regular, we get it regular, a lot of things can alter or delay this menses. A lot of things can delay our menses, can delay our ovulation. Stress. I've made a video on 9 things that can actually delay your menses. 9 things that can delay your menses. So anything that delays your menses, definitely on the other side, your ovulation period is likely going to be affected. Okay, sometimes it just goes away from deviation. If you are on treatment, you are taking some anti-malaria drugs, you are on a particular treatment plan, that can actually alter it, makes it come earlier or make it come later. Okay, so all these things are something you should take note of. Sometimes, yes, the menstrual cycle is regular, but 1 or 2 times it might deviate from the normal regular. So sometimes you may have this perfect menses, but 1 or 2 times you might just go away from the normal and you start, oh, I'm not seeing my menses I was supposed to see it on the 22, but now it's 27. But if this deviation is not consistent over time, then it's high time you see the doctor. But if the deviation is not consistent, it just happened once in a blue moon, then for me, I don't think it's something you should be worried about. But if you are concerned, kindly see a doctor. This is just a general health advice I am giving. All right. So let's keep the questions coming. Thank you all for asking your questions. I am super excited to have you all on this live today. So just give me like a few minutes. I'm just going to pop up. Just going to listen to some of, just to see what my baby's up to. Just like 2 seconds, I should be back. Okay, so we're good to go. So just let me know. Let your questions keep coming. I hope I've answered everybody's questions on this live. I hope no question is missing. And I hope you've been able to calculate your cycle from our calendar today. Please do well to calculate your cycle as a lady. Why I said that is that why I always tell ladies to calculate their cycle is that it has helped me in a lot of ways. And calculating my cycle is my own method of family planning. Yeah, personally, as a nurse and as a mom, calculating my cycle is my method of family planning. In the sense that the spacing I did for my children, I actually use calculating my cycle to help. Because when I knew my cycle, I found out that it was regular. The best thing I had to do for myself was to follow it. I saw no reason why I should just take family planning method. Though it was risky, but I think it's actually worked in my favor. You get, even when I was trying to like, oh, I have a girl child before, so I want to try having a male child. I think calculating my cycle also gave me an insight of, oh, Messi, you're going to be expecting a boy child. Let's see how it goes. So when you know your cycle, it just gives you this edge. It just like it gives you the dominance over your body. You know when you're ovulating, you know when you're having some funny signs, you know when you're going to be having some mood swings, you know when you're going to be angry unnecessarily. You just know when something is right in your body and when something is not right in your body. So that is why it is very important for you to actually know your cycle. It's very important, it's very paramount. So let's keep the questions coming. Amaka said you've not answered mine. So Amaka, I'm going to see if I can get your questions, but if not, Amaka, I just answered your question. I guess you were not there. Amaka said, let me read your question again, if that is it. Nurse Mercy, good afternoon. I noticed ovulation came earlier because I noticed some cramping and cervical discharge than what my cycle calendar is saying. What I said, Amaka, is that one or two things can actually cause a deviation in your cycle, in your ovulation, and also in your menses. For example, when you are stressed out, you had a lot of activities during that period, your menses can be delayed. Your ovulation is also affected on your long run. Then also, if you are sick, you are having some medications, that can also affect your menses too. It can be delayed, it can come earlier than expected. So things like that. So what I said is that if you are noticing this deviation for the first time, for me, it's not something to be concerned. But if you now notice that this deviation you are seeing is consistent and your cycle is no longer regular like it used to be, then it's something that you should see your doctor about. So I think that's the question I gave Amaka. So we have Nasi Bawe said, I have been feeling these symptoms like I'm pregnant, but when I do a pregnancy test, it shows to be negative. What is the cause of that, man? I have been seeing the symptoms like I am pregnant. When it comes to seeing those symptoms that you are pregnant, it could be one, ovulation symptoms, not pregnancy symptoms. It could also be some premenstrual syndrome. You are experiencing some premenses syndrome. There are some people before they see their menses, they start having this pain, they start having breast tenderness, they start having these signs of pregnancy. Some people during ovulation, they even have some signs of pregnancy that makes them think I'm pregnant, but they are not pregnant. So this could be the reason why. All right, but if you are having pain and it's something you suspect, then you can see the doctor as soon as possible. But generally, some people's premenstrual syndrome, ovulation symptoms actually looks like pregnancy symptoms. So if you notice that these usually happen at a particular time of your cycle, that is to show you that, okay, it could be ovulation sign. It could be like, oh, my menses is coming. That's why I'm having these symptoms. That's why I'm having these signs. So for me, that is not something you should be concerned about. But if you are worried, like I will always say, this is a general advice, consult your doctor. So please and please, if you are watching, you've been watching so far and you've not clicked the like button, I wonder what you are waiting for. If you don't know how to get to the like button, just double tap your screen. Double tap on the screen and it automatically likes the video. So we have Comfort. Comfort said, please ma, I have done all I could, seen different doctors, I have high prolactin. What medications can you prescribe? What medication can you prescribe? I have done all I could, seen different doctors. I have high prolactin. What medications can you prescribe? Personally, comfort. I am not a doctor. I am not a specialist in this particular field. So what I will have to say in general is that some of the things we take in, canned food, processed food, a lot of chemicals, a lot of exposure to harmful chemicals in our environment has a long road to play from some research that says it alters our hormones. So what I would advise you to do from my own perspective, since you've seen the doctor and nothing is still working out, is to eat healthy. When I mean healthy, I mean starting eating your homemade food, start eating more of vegetables, start taking more of fruits, avoid canned or processed food. You get exercise as much as you can, stay active. Don't just be this reserved or like indoors, not exercising, not moving your body, because that is not going to go a long way to actually help. So I think that's something you should take into consideration to start doing, because you have, like you said, you've seen the doctors. So personally, the doctors must have prescribed their own medication they feel is best for you. And personally, like I was telling you, I am not a doctor. I am a nurse that's working in a theater. So I don't really have that specialty to tell you this is the medication you can take. But living a healthy life goes a long way to help. So stay away from processed food, eat healthy. That is very important, because there are a lot of food out there today, the canned food, the processed food that contains a lot of chemicals that tends to alter our hormones and increase some certain hormones in our body. So that is why eating healthy is one thing I will always tell everybody, especially those that are trying to conceive, those that are trying to balance their hormones. They've tried a lot of things and it's not working. Staying healthy is the key. Check what you eat too. Check what you eat. It could be genetic too, not just what you eat. It could be genetic. All right. So if you are watching this video and you've not double clicked on the screen, you've not liked it, then there's something. I don't know what you're waiting for. So we have Aderemi Bosse. Aderemi Bosse said, I have been trying to conceive for over 2 years now. I have visited gynecology. They said everything is fine with me, but still yet I'm not getting pregnant. What can I do? Okay, when it comes to you not getting pregnant, what you cannot do, the first thing I want you to know is that there's something called unexplained infertility. This is a type of infertility where the main cause is not known. They cannot really pinpoint that this is the cause. Oh, the fallopian tube is not right. Oh, this is no, is hormonal imbalance. They cannot really pinpoint. It is known as unexplained infertility. So at this particular moment, when it comes to infertility, it's not just about you. Have your partner be checked. Have the sperm quality of your partner be checked. Have he gone for has he gone for semen analysis to actually check the semen to know if the semen is all right, if there's anything that needs, or if there's an alteration in the semen, if it's low sperm count, if the motility of the sperm is has it gone for semen analysis. So that's something I would also like to find out, if your partner has gone for semen analysis. If your partner has not gone for semen analysis, I would advise he goes for semen analysis. Okay, a man is ejaculating does not mean that the sperm count is okay. Does not mean that, oh, he has sperm. No, a man can be ejaculating, but the number of sperm required to actually conceive is not there. So that can make getting pregnant actually difficult for that particular woman. So I would advise you to carefully talk to your husband about going for semen analysis. And if he has gone for semen analysis, everything seems fine, everything seems perfect. What I will have to say is that know your cycle, track down your ovulation, and have sex during that fertile window back to back. And if you are trying to conceive, having sex like every 2 days, if possible, that frequent and regular sex, if you can, is going to go a long way to help. At least there's always sperm at the disposal of any time, at the disposal of the egg. So that is also what I advise. For those that are trying to conceive, you having sex is very important. Frequent and regular sex. I know it can really get annoying, it can get boring when you are always having sex and the mindset is, oh, I'm having sex to get pregnant. I'm having sex to get pregnant. So sex might become less fun. Sex might become really something attached to it rather than just having fun with your partner. So try as much as possible to have fun, try as much as possible to explore while having sex to get pregnant, because everything is important. Okay, Aderemi said, yes, ma, he did. They said he has low sperm count and infection, but they gave him treatment for that. So first of all, the fault is not for you. Now we know where the fault is coming from, which is low sperm count. That's why I advise women to always do both parties check, not just the woman going for checkup. The man should also check to know if things are in the right place, to know if things are in position. So since it's a low sperm count thing, the infection has been treated. Did they give some supplements to help boost the sperm? Did they give some supplements? I know some doctors, some gynecologists prescribe some supplements to help boost the sperm, to help increase the sperm count. So if they've not, I think you should get some supplements to help, that helps men generally to boost the sperm for him to be taken daily. That might go a long way to also help. Then I also believe in some natural things, staying healthy, eating healthy too. And also, I would also like to know what kind of job your partner is doing, because some kind of job can actually affect sperm production, especially for bus drivers, truck drivers, those people that sit long on a chair. The heat from those things can actually affect their balls, can actually affect their testes, and reduce the sperm quality. So if your husband has a low sperm count, what I would advise on the other hand is for him to avoid anything that will cause heat to the testicles, anything that will affect the sperm quality. Because if you notice, the testicles are outside because the inside of the body is too hot for them. They require this good temperature. That is why the testicles, that's the balls of a man, are outside. So if they are outside and you are heating them up with where you are sitting down, the type of boxers you are wearing, that is not helping matters. So what are the boxers your husband is wearing? These little things also matter when it comes to improving his sperm count. So what type of boxer is he wearing? Is it those tight boxer that looks like pants? If he's wearing that, tell him to stay away from this and wear the big boxers that the guys wear, because you are causing heat to that place. So anything that's going to make that testicles heat up, I would advise you try to avoid it. If he's smoking, he's taking alcohol, if he can quit smoking, I would advise he quit smoking, because smoking affects the sperm count too. So if he's taking alcohol, if possible, he should reduce it or stop taking alcohol, because alcohol and smoking affect sperm production. If he's taking some drugs like some steroids to build muscles and all those things, I will also advise he stops those drugs, because that can also affect the sperm counts too. So these are the little tips he should take into consideration when it comes to like this whole sperm matter. It's actually a broad matter. Hello? So it's actually a broad matter. So I don't know what the environmental factors that might be aggravating that low sperm count. I think you should check around and see what. Then also encourage him to eat healthy, take a lot of veggies, take a lot of fruits. There are some food that are rich in zinc. He needs a lot of food that are rich in zinc, because zinc is a very important element when it comes to quality sperm. So zinc is an important element when it comes to quality sperm. I don't know if Bosse, if I've answered your question, kindly drop in the comment section. If there is something that you're not clear, let me know, Bosse. I will just go for 2 seconds. 2 seconds. You know, I have a newborn. I have a 4-month-old that is napping. So he determines how long the life is going to be. So I'm just checking up on him to make sure he's fine, just to be on the safer side. All right, so Bosse said, okay, thank you very much, Ma. You're welcome. Glad to have been able to answer your question. Luckily, he's still sleeping, so we have much time to answer a lot of questions. Please, if you are watching this live video and you've not clicked on the like button, I wonder what you are waiting for. Please kindly click on the like button. I am also here as much to take your questions. I think for a lot of when it comes to fertility for both men and women, I have been answering a lot of questions on my YouTube channel lately. So I will personally advise you check on our YouTube channel and also see how it goes and how it benefits you, because I have a lot of videos made up there already for your questions. Just going to do this. Sorry. Let's keep the questions coming. It's fine. Let's keep the questions coming. Hello. Thank you all for joining. So if you are watching and you've not liked the video, I wonder what you are still waiting for that you've not liked the video. Just double tap the screen and it automatically likes the video. All right, just double tap the screen and it automatically likes the video. Answered Aderemi Boss's question. So let's keep the questions coming. Now that I have the time, tomorrow this toddler this newborn might just like, oh, you're not gonna do live today. No, I don't want you live. Then I'll say, okay, I can't do the live. But today I think he's giving me the opportunity to do this live. So that is why I am here live and direct to take your questions. Then depending on the schedule and when he sleeps, I might pop up later in the day at night to say hello too. So it all depends on what the child wants me to do. So as of now, I am not really the one actually creating my schedule, because he doesn't really have a fixed schedule when it comes to sleep yet. He doesn't really have a schedule when it comes to waking up yet. So if he has a fixed schedule in regards to his sleep and his wake up pattern, it's much more easier for me to plan my day and get things sorted out. But now we are still trying to sleep train him, give him a schedule. So it's quite cumbersome at this particular moment. So Aderemi Bosses said, please, another one. Another one is, I don't know my cycle length. My cycle length every month changes to months like 25, 26, 27, 24, 23. I think that is pretty cool. From what I can see, you have 25, 26, 24, and 23. So the gap is not really much. So that's the regular cycle, I would say. The highest is 27 and the lowest is 23. That's a regular cycle, if that is how it is. That's a regular cycle. So you have a short cycle actually. So having sex few days after your menses, it's actually key. Let's just say approximately having sex on your day 13, day 12, it's likely going to increase your chances, especially when you want to get pregnant. That's what I see. You have a short cycle. People with short cycle, they are more likely to get pregnant on time. Yeah. They are more likely going to get pregnant on time because they have short cycle. They ovulate quickly and they get their menses quickly. So that's why their cycle is short. And before 2 days, it will stop. Before 2 days. Doesn't mean your menses only last for 1 day. If it's just 1 day, then I think you should see a gynecologist in regards to that. But if it's 2 days you are seeing your menses, then it's nothing of concern, because the normal menstrual days is between 2 to 7, so which is quite okay, and it's fine. That should be okay. So we have a Mary. Mary said, please ma, what causes menstruation not to flow well and before 2 days it will stop? Like I earlier said, I think that question is similar to Boss's questions. 2 to 7 days menses is normal. But if you notice a drastic change, I think you should see the doctor. I can't really remember what causes it. But if you notice a drastic change, I think you should see the doctor. That's cool. Boss said that's good. If it lasts for 5 days, sometimes 4 days, that's perfect menses. It's okay. There's nothing to be worried about, Boss said. Because like I earlier said, the normal menses is between 2 to 7 days. So if your menses last for 2 days, it is okay. If your menses last for 7 days, it is okay. But if it's not lasting for like 9 days, 8 days, 10 days, you are still seeing your menses, please see the doctor. Please see the doctor. Even at the golden need of anything. I just want to check. Feel free to drop the questions. I just want to do some stuff. I'm taking this thing out. This is always difficult taking out. Sorry. Okay, sorry. So Mary said, yes, I have seen the doctor. He gave me drugs, but still same issues. So Mary, if you've seen the doctor and it's still same issues, what I would advise at this point is staying healthy. Yeah. Because a lot of things we take in as ladies have a way of affecting us that we're not aware. Some research that are coming up saying that those canned food, processed food, exposure to harmful chemicals in our environment can affect our hormones, can make a lot of things change in our body. So at this point, since you've seen a doctor, they gave you medications, and these same issues keep arising, what I would advise at this particular moment is for you to see the doctor. Yes, consult your, sorry, it's for you to eat healthy. That's what I wanted to say. It's for you to eat healthy. Take a lot of fruit, take a lot of vegetables, avoid processed food, avoid roadside food. If possible, make your own food yourself, because you don't know what the people out there are using. Use a lot of herbs. Use a lot of herbs like ginger, garlic, turmeric, cinnamon. These herbs are very good. They are healthy for us. Take a lot of fruits, fresh fruits if you can. So that's what I have to say, Mary. So we have Ocholi David. Ocholi David said, good afternoon, nurse. Please, how can one do away with masturbation? How can one do away with masturbation? First of all, the first thing is what you've done. You know that this is a problem to you and you actually want to do away with it. That's it. You've pinpointed. There's something I have actually applied generally in life, is that when you want to do something, there should be a why. When you have a why, it is easier for you to stay away from things. Masturbation, pornography, adultery, cheating, just have a why. I think I have to go now. Okay, I'll just wrap up now. So first of all, just have a why. Why am I doing this? So if there is a why, you have to work towards it. You have a why you have to do away from masturbation. This is the why. Hold on to that why. Stay away from things that will tempt you. For example, if you know when you are lonely, you are always indoors, it actually tempts you to masturbate. Try as much as possible to engage in outdoor activities. Try as much as possible to go in the park, go in places where you'll be seen that will make it difficult for you to masturbate. Then avoid exposure to things that aggravate it. For example, you avoid exposures to pornographies, avoid exposures to pictures, or anything that you know aggravates it. Try to take it away from you. Is it somebody's status? Is it who you are following on social media? Try to take them away. With that, is going to go a long way. Remove what aggravates it. Find out what aggravates it, what actually makes you to masturbate. So if you're able to take that reason, that thing out that aggravates it, it's going to like go a long way to also help. Then look for other things that you like doing, things that gives you joy. It could be like, oh, I like singing, I like playing football, I like throwing balls. Just engage in those things like that, and that's going to go a long way to help. Then you can also try as much as possible to get accountability partner, like someone that you can be sincere with, someone that you can be open with. If I do it, I'm going to tell you to do this to me whenever I do it. Get that accountability partner. that is going to help. So I'm going to wrap up this live now. I'm going to try as much as possible to pop up in your faces as much as I can to take live. But at this point, my son is awake and I need to go and attend to him. Thank you very much. Or like I said, the video is going to be dependent on him when he's awake. So he's awake now and I am going there now to attend to him. So for those that are watching this live and they've not double tapped the screen to like the video, I'm going to encourage you to double tap and like the video. I'm going to be showing more of my faces and I'm going to be taking more of your questions. If you are watching this live video, you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, I would advise you do it. And for David, if you are looking for a video on how to stop masturbation, I have a video explaining it on our YouTube channel. Just search for it by Nurses Lecture Room and that particular video is going to pop up. Just double tap the screen and like the live video. Thank you very much for joining our live video and see you in our next live sections. Thank you very much. I still remain Nurse Mercy Mary, popularly known as the nurse with the difference. Bye everyone.